T-minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 3, 2, 1, 0, and liftoff.
Joy Seekers are live.
And here we are. Why is it we do this every week now?
Hello.
Sorry, we're late. We got bogged down on talking about other things, and we suddenly thought, oh, it's 8 o'clock. Let's go live.
We haven't got a show to do.
We've got a show to do, yes. So we've got a few people joining us already. It's good to see. So, right, down there is Terry, Marcus there, and Jackie there. And Kev sends his apologies, can't make it tonight. He's not feeling too good. So get well soon, Kev, and we'll see you next week. Let's hope.
Yeah.
Right, so who we got in the room so far? Oh, some of these Robs I know. This is Harvey, Marius, Steve Essex, top man with the work, Steve Essex. Russell.
Bernie.
Steve is Bernie there somewhere? Where is he? Where are you, Bernie?
Ariel BD.
He's got a new name.
He's changed his name now, of course he has, yeah.
Channel's got a new name there.
Yeah, so Bernie. And Sally. Anyone else? Oh, if I missed anyone, just say, oh, you missed me. Well, that's about it. So, anyway, what's everyone been up to? Everyone been enjoying themselves flying?
Harvey's been flying. He keeps putting videos up.
Yeah, Harvey's been out and about.
Yeah.
Harvey did mention to me now, Marcus, you may have, well, no, you probably won't know about this, but some time ago, me and Harvey had a conversation about the Crystal Sky monitor. Now, he was saying, you know, I was telling him how brilliant it was, and we all agreed. So anyway, so he purchased one. Now, he's got a problem because he's just about to buy the DJI Mini 2, not the Mavic Mini 2 that everyone keeps saying. Every video I've watched this week, we can talk about the Mavic Mini. I'm going, that's a drone. And it stands up apparently the Mini 2 doesn't support the Crystal Sky monitor.
No, nothing with the Fly app does now, and that's a problem, right? The only thing I think he could do, and I don't know if you've done this, Steve, is you could side load the app. In other words, just load the APK.
Yeah.
And I don't know if that would work or not. Here's the problem you might run into. The problem with the Crystal Sky is that it's old enough now that it's 3 or 4 years old, right, Steve? So think about how much Android technology, computer technology has improved in that time. So it's really an older processor. What I found with the one I had when I was using the Crystal Sky and the Go 4 app to fly Phantom 4 and Mavic 2, and it worked great until I tried to run like a screen recorder with it or something, and then it just didn't have the horsepower to do it. And I suspect that that's what you might run into with the Fly app. It'd be worth a try.
Yeah, I mean, because it's a DJI product through and through, you know, I know that it's an Android tablet, and I can't see why it would not support the new software. Why can't you load DJI software onto it?
Processing power, Steve. It's a 4-year-old design.
It's the same with the what's the controller, isn't it? The smart controller. You can only use it on the Mavic 2s at the moment on the Zoom.
Yeah. And the Mavic Air 2 is supported by the smart controller.
Yeah, that is.
Yeah, but let me tell you, to your point, Terry, I think even the smart controller is reaching the limits of its original design. If you know, when I fly with it, and of course it was buggy as heck when they first added the Fly app to it, but they've improved it. But what I find is compared to flying with any of my Apple devices, the touchscreen doesn't work as well. There's a little bit of a delay. It's slower. And I guarantee you what that is that processor working in the background to try and get everything done.
I agree.
Yeah.
Although the biggest benefit I found with that though is I can get the drone out, get the controller out, and within 2 minutes I'm flying.
That's the nice thing about it, isn't it? It looks so
it is.
Well, and then the brightness of the screen.
And the screen, of course,
right.
yeah. Especially here in the summer. Yeah. Oh no, I totally agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's, so I mean, I know Harvey's actually written to DJI, and no doubt they will come back with the same sort of story, Marcus. That you know, it's a shame because it's as Harvey said, it's now moving forward with DJI drones. You've had it.
Harvey, before I wouldn't give up. I would try and sideload that Fly app and try, and maybe even before you do that, you might go out on some of the DJI forums, because I'm willing to bet there's people that have tried it. You know, maybe they have figured out a way to make it work.
Yeah,
certainly. Yeah, it's certainly worth that, Harvey. I mean, just obviously, you know, just before you give up, I remember you saying, you know, he's going to give the Mini a miss, which is a damn shame. I mean, I've been looking very closely because, you know, moving forward from what I possibly want to do is obviously now, because in the UK, well, I don't know about other countries, but because there's no definition between a hobbyist and a commercial flyer in the UK. So, in other words, anyone who's got a drone with the right liability insurance and whatever can go out and earn money. And that was part of the reason I did this course, was because it, you know, at the moment we're using what we call legacy drones in the UK. In other words, they're not categorized. Drones will be categorized soon in, you know, cat 1, 2, 3, 4, up to, I think it's up to 5 or 4. Someone will correct me on that. And when they do, with the what I've just passed, will allow me to fly a drone 30 meters from people in normal mode and 5 meters from people in slow mode, which is definitely defined as 6.7 miles an hour. So, which, you know, someone says, "Oh, can you come and video my my wedding?" I'll be there.
Oh, wow.
You know, Steve, the other
kind of pressure.
the other thing that you're really onto there with that thought is the fact that the Mini 2 doesn't have obstacle avoidance, and if you put the prop cages and stuff on it, which, by the way, you would be required to do in the U.S. now to fly.
Just out of curiosity, Mark, is it under 250 grams, Mini 2, or not?
It is now with the prop cages now on the Mini 2. Yeah, the Mini 2 is even lighter than the original Mini by a few grams. I think it comes in at like 242 grams. Now, with the prop cages, it might put it over. So I can't say that for certain. But what I can tell you is, Steve, that you could get that thing in. It's very, very precise. It flies very precisely.
And the good thing with some of that size is you can actually, although because obviously you can't fly over people with drones, you can't fly over crowds. I mean, if you went to Glastonbury and well, it'd be right now because there's no one there. but if you went to Glastonbury, you wouldn't be able to fly a drone over a crowd, but you can actually fly drones of that size over people, whereas you can't with other drones because obviously it's all done on but when this categorization sort of comes into play, I was talking to others, we don't really know how that's going to pan out because obviously but basically what we're saying is that DJI and all these other companies have to come up and say, what we need to do is we need to bring all these drones out. So does that mean that everyone's got to go out and buy new drones because they're categorized drones in order to do what they need to? Or are DJI going to tell you what, we'll rubber stamp all the Mavic Pros? Who knows? We don't know what's going to happen.
Hey, let me ask you, Steve. So in the UK now, is there any form of remote ID like we're dealing with in the US?
Yeah. Oh, of course. Yeah. There is.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, we've had that now I've just renewed mine after. I think I'm in the second year of remote IDs. It costs £9 a year. You have to do an online multiple guess. So, and basically you can do it as many times as you want. It's free to do the test. You go over and over and over again until you do get it right. And then once you've done that, and you say you passed, then you pay your £9 and they send you a pilot, the two numbers, mate, a remote ID, etc. And you've got people like Steve Timewell who does all the little lanyard sort of badges and whatever. So I mean, we've had that now. So it's on the second year of that. We're doing that.
Yeah.
And of course, but in December the 31st of this year, last year, they decided they're going to change all the drone rules again. So now in the UK, as a hobbyist, without the A2 CFC, you can't fly it. You're restricted to where you can fly. You can't go to a beach and fly on a beach. You've got to be 150 meters away from everything, buildings, recreational areas, etc., etc.
Whoa! So in other words, you can't fly.
Yeah, well, basically, I suddenly thought, it suddenly occurred to me. I suddenly thought, hang on, this is nuts. That means that I might as well get rid of my bloody drone. It's either get rid of my drone or do something about it. So consequently, pay my £100 and take a course.
I wonder what effect the European regulations will have on the likes if we go back to UK.
Well, Terry, the UK. I mean, I was talking to John Dowie. John Dowie does all the cruise ship stuff and whatever.
Yeah.
And I couldn't understand it because we're suddenly taking notice of EASA rules, which are European standards.
That's right.
I thought, well, wait a minute, what the hell? We've just come out of Brexit. but John corrected me. He said, well, actually, Steve, he said, no, we've always been sort of beholden to the European rules. But we're just adopting this. They're putting it in line. Our rules are the same. So I'm guessing in Spain, it will be exactly the same way. I don't know.
I think so as well, because the EASA, there's another thing, MYSR, which you have to get a registration with, and then you register your drone with EASA on a digital signature, which Jackie and I have been battling with over the last week. And as far as we can see, it's Europe-wide, which I believe will also cover us for UK. Now, I've attempted to bypass the system and go to Ireland and apply through the Irish CAA. Then I read the rules and it says you have to do it in the country of residence.
Yeah.
So I'm waiting now for the reply.
As far as I'm aware, is that if I come to Spain, fly my drone, what I've done over here has no effect over in Spain. I can't come over and say, look, I've got this. I can fly here. No, you can't. You're in Spain, mate. This is not the UK. That is only purely, sort of valid in the UK.
So if we went to the UK, we'd have to register in the UK to fly.
Yeah.
That's crackers. So what if you're going on a world tour with your drone? You have to register in every.
Could you imagine? It'd be bloody. I mean, the only thing you can really do, I suppose, realistically, is I shouldn't say that, but just take the chance.
And that's exactly what you would do, right?
Jerry. Well, I mean, would you really? Oh, we've got a new subscriber on our channel, which is Gary Bauer. So, Gary, welcome aboard, my friend. Thank you very much.
Jerry.
Jerry, I thought it was Gary. It's about eyesight. must go to Specsavers. Yeah, Harvey says he's renewed his CIA registration. Strange, I no longer live in England. Well, Harvey,
you might need to tell him that, Harvey.
So I think Canada's the one that's got it figured out. Any one of us can go to Canada with a sub 249 gram drone and fly wherever we want.
Yeah.
Hi, Jenny.
Because I think what they recognize is that that's such a small, light little drone. Now it's not like you can do whatever you want. I can't remember what the two rules they say are. You can't endanger people and you can't endanger aircraft, I think, are the two rules. So that leaves a pretty
Who
wide,
you need, really, isn't it?
yeah. Gary Bauer says Jerry Bauer says he's in Canada. So
Jerry.
tell me if I'm wrong about that, Jerry. My understanding is that you, as long as you are not endangering aircraft, you can't be stupid. That's a good way to put it.
Yeah.
Let's say a lot of it is actually common sense, but unfortunately, my old boss used to say to me, "Steve, there's no such thing as common sense."
Yeah,
there is. I think there is.
By the way, we need to welcome our friend Lauren Donauer. He's
Lauren.
active again. He's been inactive for a while, but I'm glad to see you back among us, Lauren.
Yes,
and
indeed.
Thank you for offering to sponsor me to emigrate to Canada.
Marcus, listen, that's wrong. Not Canada, Spain.
Well, there you go.
I've got the house next door for sale.
Yeah, Jackie, I don't know if you know that Terry's been trying to do a hard sell on Marcus to buy the villa next door.
He wants me to buy that.
Just do it.
Yeah,
that's what I said. Just do it. I'll tell you what. I wouldn't take a lot of persuasion. I'll assure you that. Oh, Gary,
I'll tell you,
Marcus.
Gary,
winters in Spain.
With jelly beans. Marcus, you could do a lot worse. Look, 360 days, 320 days of sunshine, Marcus.
Yeah, and we've had all the rain. Oh, have you had rain?
Oh dear.
So Lauren is giving us a quote here, and boy, does that make a lot of sense, or what? Nobody can fly in provincial or federal parks, which is similar to the U.S. Although we can fly in state parks in the U.S. Well, it depends on the state.
Can you? But you're saying you can't, Marcus. Okay, is that what if you had insurance? Would they give you permission to do it? No.
Not no, but starts with an F. No.
No.
Right.
No, you cannot. National parks in the United States are verboten.
Yeah.
Carrie and Jackie. Carrie wants to know if you've got snow in Spain.
Well, I was just about to say it's a bit of a pain, really, because we're both locked down to our provinces. We can't cross border, and we've now got snow on the mountains, which are just over our borders. So,
fly your drone up there, Terry.
I think that could be beyond visual line of sight. Oh, dear. I'm going to stick to the drone rules from there on.
Marcus said.
Yeah. Hey, but Marcus said.
The guardian knock on your door. No, Marcus said it'd be all right. Okay, if Marcus said it's okay, it's okay. Where does Marcus live? Idaho.
You know Idaho.
Idaho.
Hollywood and dollars and can fly. Hollywood and dollars, so you can fly anywhere. There you go.
Yeah, I agree with that. Johnny Drone Flyer.
Johnny's a good friend. He is. He's from Louisiana.
Oh, Johnny Drone Flyer.
Yeah.
We've got very quiet.
Yeah.
Lauren, do you know anything about connecting the DJI? Was it the Crystal Sky to the Mini 2?
Yeah, well, so Lauren will probably tell you the same thing, but he may have experience. Lauren, we had a question earlier. Can you sideload the Fly app onto the Crystal Sky?
With or without a hammer?
Yeah. Lauren will know.
Yeah. Jeannie's going to film a frozen waterfall. That's it. Rub it in. We can't get
very nice.
Frozen waterfall. I can't even film a frozen lake pond. And there's one down the road. Yeah, apparently 2 girls in the UK. They went out trying to go out for a drive, and about 5 miles from home. And while they were out, they bought a cup of coffee. Next thing you know, they were surrounded by police and both fined £200.
Oh,
Lauren answered.
At least they're starting to take it seriously now.
Very, yeah. Old two love Too low
Yeah, he said
operating
nope.
system.
Too low of an operating system. So that's right. I didn't think about that. So you know how those Android operating systems were, ice cream sandwich and whatever, popsicle and whatever, all the stuff they name them. Hershey bar, I don't know.
So I assume then that the Crystal Sky, I mean, because obviously with most Android, you can upgrade the operating systems, but I'm assuming that there isn't enough power in the thing to accept a better operating system.
Yeah,
basically, Harvey, you're right. It's extinct, mate. Chuck in the bin.
Here's the thing, though. But here's the thing, Harvey. You are going to love using that Crystal Sky monitor with your Mavic, because all of a sudden you'll be able to see everything, that bright screen.
No, he's already got it, Marcus. I mean, he bought this sometime. He asked me about it a few months ago, and I said I love mine, Marcus. I mean, Harvey. I use it on the Mavic Pro, and I'm going to try it on the Mavic Zoom, Terry's Mavic Zoom, and it's brilliant. But the thing is, it's now obviously come to the end of its life, because let's face it, with any manufacturing, they usually come to a point where they think, you know what, just brush it aside. It's the same with the smart controller. Smart controller come out, but obviously I'm assuming the smart controller will hopefully. So when are they going to be able to use the Mini 2 with a smart controller? Is that a plan?
There's no. Lauren will tell you there's no plans currently for them to do that, and truthfully, I kind of understand why. Although it might not be that tough, but I can't imagine there's very many people that buy a $450 drone and then want to fly it with a $700 controller. Maybe.
I'm just thinking from as Jackie said earlier on. The good thing about the smart controller, you haven't got a tablet, you haven't got a phone, you haven't got a Crystal Sky. You literally out of the box, bing, out of the box, boom,
anything.
And to me, it would actually make sense. It would make perfect sense to forward marching, but there again, is this now? There's a question: does the Crystal Sky work with the Air 2?
No. Nope.
Oh, what? No, okay, yeah, of course.
Can I show you guys something that arrived in the mail yesterday?
Yes.
Really high technology.
Oh, what is it?
It's a pack of biscuits.
Ooh.
It's a Phantom. It's a Phantom.
Look at all those lenses on that thing.
Brilliant.
What is it? Well, that's a drone. What is it?
It's an Up Air 2 Ultrasonic 1.
Wow.
Looks like a Phantom.
It's a Phantom 3.
Yeah, the folks at Banggood sent me that to review. So
wow.
Let me tell you, it's heavy too. It's a big drone.
Oh, is it a budget drone then, Marcus?
I think I saw it on their site for about $500, something like that.
Right.
I wouldn't call it a budget drone, but I'll let you know if it's any good. I mean, I don't, it might be just fine. So we'll see. Truthfully, I'm kind of looking forward to flying a big drone again.
Gary's got a good point there, actually. Yeah, he's right. The Evo about Mark 1. You get a smart controller built-in screen as standard, no need for extra expensive Crystal Sky. And the Crystal Sky.
The problem with that drone is it's orange.
No, I like the orange.
To be honest with you, I actually someone else. The Crystal Sky works with it. How does that work then?
Well, so the app must work on that operating system, Steve. I mean, it must be compatible.
Let's all buy Auto Evo 2s then, whether they're orange or not.
You can always paint it, I suppose.
To be honest with you, I must admit, after seeing Ross's videos, I think if I was going to go out and buy another drone of that ilk, I think, although the price is a bit OTT, depending on what model you buy, but I quite like the look of the Evo 2. To be honest with you, I must admit, it does everything it says on the how it compares with the Pro 2. I don't know, but what's Terry? What are you up to, Terry? I'm worried about what Terry's doing.
No, I want Skydio too. That's what I want.
Oh, Jackie, I had
I
so
see you
much.
out flying it the other day.
Oh, I hadn't flown that drone in a long time, and I had so much fun with that thing.
It looked
And you
it.
know the most
I saw you chasing Sarah around the car park.
I snuck up on her. And I just hit that little plus, and then the drone did the rest.
Brilliant. And you know how you're talking about the smart controller being dead quick to set up and everything? With the Skydio 2, is it not quick to set up? Because you've got a beacon, haven't you, for that?
Yeah, so with the beacon, just like what you're talking about, it is. And of course, that's a different kind of flying because that's more of the tracking type of flying. Although you can move the drone around with it. You can hold the beacon out, press the button, push this way or that way, and the drone will go wherever you tell it to go. But the thing about the Skydio 2 that blows me away is you can very successfully fly it with your phone. It's just amazing. I've never, any drone that ever you're trying to control from your smartphone is I've never liked it. But that Skydio 2, it works really well.
Yeah,
and it'll do all the tracking and everything right from your phone. You don't even need a controller, but it won't have the range, and that's why you have the.
Well, there you go. Look, that's an advantage already. See, you can save in postage now. You've only got to send me the drone.
There you go.
Marcus, please, whatever you do in the 2021, please send Jackie this guy.
Please whining all year about this.
Just let her borrow it for 3 months. That's all I ask. Because we're never going to get it after it. Just Marcus, send it to her.
Got the golf club for it, Jackie.
I tried. Okay, I tried.
I would.
Yeah, John was saying about the Evo and the Sky and the Crystal Sky. He said you just download the APK file. And so, where do you download that from then, John? Do you download it from Evo's website or?
There's a bunch of websites, Steve. So if you just search APK in Google, you'll find a bunch of sites that'll have APK files, and you'd have to search around to find whatever that program is. But yeah,
Jackie, be careful what you wish for.
You're going to send me one?
Gary, you know,
I don't think Gary is. No.
Gary, I think she only likes it because it's blue.
No, I like what it does.
Good evening,
It's perfect
Steve.
for what-
Yeah.
It
I
is
like
the
it.
new.
And the camera looks amazing on it as well.
Yeah, that
Watching your
Oh,
phone
Stevie.
and your GoPro and your Skydio, and they're all the same colour, aren't they?
yeah.
I don't know if anyone's actually Steve Sutton's here, Flyby guys. I don't know if you know. You see the show they've been doing in Dubai for the last nearly a month, about 2 weeks. 300 drones flying.
It's brilliant, eh?
Absolutely amazing stuff. I'm just waiting for Steve to send me an official video. Because obviously, there's lots of videos on the YouTube, and it just fascinates me. But I've seen a record now. It's something like that. I can't remember the record, Steve. If you're watching, I think it's about. I'm sure it's a thing around about 3,000 drones on it.
I think the Chinese did it for the Olympics 3000.
Is that what it was?
I believe so.
What's Marcus got here? Marcus has got.
I'm getting my smart controller ready. I'm going to go out flying today.
Enough, Marcus. I'm just charging mine.
Oi, Gary, you cheeky git.
Me and Terry are prepared.
I've only ground one drone. Just
I
one.
don't see it charging.
Water wings on it.
Water
Yeah.
wings.
I wouldn't be able to drown the Skydio, would I?
No,
Too
Why?
intelligent.
it wouldn't.
I'm not so sure about that. There was someone else who does.
Depends if it likes push.
No, who was it?
Oh, it was Al.
Al drowned one.
Yeah, he did drown one, yeah.
in
don't know quite how,
66
but-
videos. Greetings from sunny San Diego. But I'll tell you what, it's not sunny here. In actual fact, it's very dark outside because it's night time.
Mm.
Gary's in one of them moods. Like, good on you, Gary. We wouldn't have you any other way.
No, absolutely.
Absolutely not. Oh, Terry. Hold on. Oh, yes. Marcus, message from Terry Sims. He says, "Oh, you're going to need a bigger room, Marcus."
Well, that's
Or just send some drones to other people.
Or better still, just move to Spain. Then Jackie can obviously just come pop round and be like a drone library, wouldn't it? Can I pop this one out, please?
Yeah.
One day, Jackie, your hand's got to go through that line, and you've got to grab it. And pull it
And
back
reach
down.
up and actually get the drone.
Yeah.
It's so cool, isn't it?
There must be. I'll have to have a word with StreamYard so we can actually make it. So we can. Oh dear. So
I'm sorry, Steve.
seriously, Marcus. Now,
It's like this
just
bit's
I
naughty.
don't want you to count them, but how many drones have you actually got in that room now?
He doesn't know, which means
How
too
the hell
many.
would I know, Steve?
I'm going to guess at 15. There are. If
Oh,
you
I think
count,
there's more
let
than
me
that.
know.
I think there's more.
We'll have a little competition. How many drones has Marcus got behind him? So he gets the nearest.
Come back next week when he's had time to count.
Oh, he's got to do stock take, yeah. And it doesn't matter whether it's a model one, whoever it is, he's got to count them.
Hey, I see Joe Azevedo just joined us. N66.
Yes. Who is that? Who is that then, Marcus?
Joe Azevedo.
Oh, well, Joe.
He submitted the
Too much information, Gary.
Leland Pooh
Oh,
got
Gary.
Gary.
He needs a poo.
Okay. So you go and have a poo, right? You got to go to your dad's, and hey, don't forget, we're in lockdown. You're only allowed to do a poo up to 8 o'clock. Oh, too late. See you next week, Gary. Thanks for joining us again. Come back and give us more stick next week. We don't mind.
It's funny.
We'll get Gary as the regular. If you was in a cinema or in a theatre, or trying to tell you, he'd been in person there hackling you, wouldn't he? Oi, mate, tell us a joke I heard before.
I got a good joke for tonight.
Oh, yes, Gary, you'll have to come back and watch the replay of the show so you get some Terry's joke.
Yeah.
All right? What is that, Jackie? What is that?
That's a pile of poo.
I couldn't work out what that was.
Gary.
It isn't a Hershey's Kiss, Steve, if that's what you're thinking.
Bernie was talking earlier on Facebook about an idea for a competition.
Oh, yeah.
And someone said about knocking a golf ball off a ladder. And I said, what, with a drone? But Bernie, are you here? Hello,
He's
buddy.
here. I hope he's still here.
Errol BD. Oh, no, he's not
He was.
here.
Go on, Bernie, say something.
He said, yes, I did.
Oh, yes, I did. So,
There.
would you like to tell us about the idea, or?
Send him a link. Get him on.
Here, what? You want to come on here, or do you want to tell us here?
Send him a link. Come on, let's get him on. He'll take all day.
Come on, Bernie. Are you somewhere you can be contacted? Are you? Yeah, of course you are. That'd be silly. That's a silly question. Right, Bernie. I'm sending you a link right now.
Another
Right
great
here.
way to fly a drone.
Right here, right now.
Is that your iPad?
Where's Bernie?
Oh, yeah.
There he is.
Good old Apple.
What do you say? Are you talking about me on back? Because I can't see him now.
Says 5 minutes.
5 minutes.
5 minutes. Okay, well, your link's in the box, Bernie. All right, join us when you can.
Right.
All right, mate. All right, geezer.
Oh, Jeannie got a prize. Look. Got the check in the mail.
Check in the mail.
Yeah, she's
Well, it's,
donated it to-
Jeannie spelled check wrong. It's CHEQUE.
Yeah,
Americans, right?
yeah, the check in the mail.
Oh, I said Americans couldn't spell. See, that's right. They don't like using you, do they? Colour?
No,
No, you.
leave
No,
that
C-O-L-O-R. Marcus, if you come over to Spain, you're gonna have to learn a new language.
Yeah,
English.
yeah, and it's not Spanish. Yeah,
Oh, that's on your own.
He has to. He has to shower and shave.
hey, listen, you guys have already had an influence. I want you to know that. Never do I tell anybody anymore that I have to go stand in a line. I always tell them now I have to go queue up.
Yes, right. Yeah.
You don't use the word queue.
Yeah.
Really, Marcus, you can even ring freak people out when you talk about car. Because you say a hood and a
Trunk.
trunk. Just so say bonnet.
Wear a bonnet and a boot.
Bonnet and the boot. Yeah.
You can ring freak people out there.
What say to Sarah? Could I have a chicken sarnie for lunch?
Yeah, sorry.
Tell her to make you.
Sandwich.
Tell
Huh?
her to make you Yorkshire pudding.
Yeah, I'd be down with that.
No, a sarnie is a sandwich.
Yeah,
Sarnie,
short for
yeah.
sandwich.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you know, we were saying in the UK, there are so many, in different areas of the UK, there's so many words. I mean, a bread roll. Is it a barn cake? I mean, I don't mean you know, Jackie, but it's a barn cake. I went up somewhere. I asked for someone for a sausage roll, as in like a roll with some sausage in it. And he went to give me a pastry one. I said, no, sorry, no, no. I mean, fry a sausage.
You mean a hot dog?
No, because a hot dog is a whole different thing, isn't it?
Okay.
Okay.
Sausage in a baguette. Hi, Kim.
Oh, was it Michael? Oh, what's this? Is it Michael Wright? My grandpa called the car trunk a turtle.
That's a Texas deal.
Never
Gotta
heard of
be a
that.
Texas deal.
I've never heard that one. That's a new one on me, Michael. Stevie Spires says, I got the iPad Mini 5 for my Mini 2 and the Mavic Air due to being highly recommended by folks on this show. Who done that then? Who recommended that?
Marcus.
Yeah. It is.
Marcus, when it's Stevie. Yeah.
It's not as bright as the Crystal Sky or as the Smart Controller, but if you have got a hood over it, or if it's on a day that you're not in direct bright sunlight, it's phenomenal. It's just got such a powerful processor.
Nice big screen to see it on.
Well, and the apps work so good on it. It's instant. You just touch and move, and plus it's big, so you can for an old. Well, I was going to say old something. Insert whatever you want there. It works good.
Jeannie was saying that the $100 is going to Abigail Ayres, Officer 758, Cancer Fight.
Yeah.
Well done, Jeannie.
Jeannie. That's
Well done.
wonderful.
Yeah.
Really.
I mean, Jeannie, she does so much for charity, and it's something very close to my heart. So every time I see that, I think it's just because someone's got to do this. And, there's so many people out there who's all like self, and certainly Jeannie certainly doesn't have that attitude.
See you, Joe.
See you, Joe.
Bye,
See you,
Joe.
mate. Hopefully, catch you again soon.
Got to fly. I hope it rains.
Okay, before Bernie joins us, I have got a video of the week because I found one. I must admit, I sort of looked at this before. I like this, so I'll share it with you if I can find it. That is.
Drone Seekers featured video of the week.
Oh wow, lots of
And
work.
there we
behind that.
I made it.
Yeah,
Sorry about that.
And look what I found while I was out.
Morning.
All right.
I found Bernie.
Sorry, it took me so long. I had to kind of set up a little bit. Tripod. My wife does a Zoom with flamenco, and she just did something yesterday morning with studying with somebody in Spain, very famous teacher dancer.
Wow.
So she dances flamenco. She tries to get me on the floor, but that doesn't. I've been pretty good with.
Bernie, that teacher dancer in Spain, was that Jackie?
Dancing? You want to talk to this man?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
I've
Oh,
got
yeah.
two left. Then
No,
I'll
I
about
think
it. I've
tango.
got two left feet and two right feet.
Argentinian tango.
There you go.
I can fake it for about like 15 seconds, and then it's just it doesn't look right.
No.
I quickly take my bow and step back and let the true performer perform. I fly drones.
Yep.
So anyway, I was thinking another simple challenge that we could do would be just a look down shot. A straight and simple look down shot. You take one picture, or you can take, we can talk about how many we could submit if we want to do this, but it's a simple look down shot with your camera, pretty much 90 degrees straight down. Find something impactful, something that will that would look we didn't
Artistic.
expect. Yeah, artistic, some way or another. Long shadows. Well, what you see might, from straight down looks completely different than the shadow that it's casting. That's kind of neat.
Yeah.
Or, that's just one thing. But or architecture, if you can fly someplace where there's interesting lines or something like that. I'll be willing to judge again, but maybe we can get some funding from the group to a first, second, and third or something.
I mean, we can do it for fun. We can do it for, I mean,
Like
at the end of the day,
we
I'm
could
sure.
We could do it for fun too.
I mean, the problem we've got at the moment, I think, with the UK, Bernie, is we've been told that we're not allowed to fly in the UK at all. The only place we can fly in the UK at the moment is in the garden.
In the garden.
We can only fly in the garden. So,
Yeah.
first I can fly.
So Bernie, I need to translate for a second, Steve. Bernie, when they say garden in the UK, they mean their backyard.
Okay. All
I
right.
can use my tennis court.
I suppose I could always fly in the trunk. I could always fly in the trunk of my car.
No, but can you fly in your backyard?
Yes.
You can't fly in your backyard. How high can you go? Depends.
400 feet.
A maximum of 120 meters or 400 feet.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I
So
think.
your distance isn't that great, but
No. But I mean, the thing is, Bernie, your backyard is probably, but how big is your backyard? Is it a very big backyard?
100. Let's say 75 feet long. 75 feet long and maybe 30, 40 feet wide, 50 feet wide.
Well, mine is probably something more like about 15 foot wide and about 60 feet long.
So, Steve, now what you mean is you can only launch from your garden, right? You could fly out.
No,
Really?
no, because that'd be flying over people's houses.
Yeah.
I've got a school. I've got a school at the back of me. I've got a school in front of me, so they're technically off bounds anyway. You're not allowed to fly over there. I've got
Are
houses
the schools open or are they closed?
They're closed.
They're closed, aren't they?
I say they're closed, but there's still people in them because they're doing home tutoring at the moment. So some of the teachers are actually in there doing tutoring. So it really is, a real.
Is this
Sorry?
because of the lockdown? I mean, that you
Yeah.
can only fly from. Okay, so once that's lifted or relaxed a little bit, so that you can do certain activities, you basically can't fly for right now.
Yeah.
You
I mean, what the argument was, Bernie, people were saying that if you can go out for a walk, you're allowed to go out for exercise, okay? Now, someone said, okay, well, I'll take my drone out for exercise, and I walk along so it films me doing exercise. And the drone said, no, because the time it takes you to put the drone up there, no, you just can't do it. I mean, the two girls actually got a fine for driving 5 miles to go to a beauty spot to go for a walk. While they were there, they bought a cup of coffee. I'm not sure where to get the coffee from, to be honest. Yeah. That freaks me out a little bit. But anyway, they bought a cup of coffee. The next thing, they were surrounded by police. They both fined £200. They are contesting the fines at the moment, but that's how they are taking sort of things very seriously. So I think everyone's
it's not so serious here. I mean, there's really no sense of seriousness lockdown. They're safer at home type of deal, but there is no real parks are open, baseball fields, where those are basically closed. Little jungle gyms, where kids would go on swing sets and stuff like that. That's all taped off. Anywhere where people would congregate kind of ish is taped off. Fortunately, our flying field, the field that I fly at often is is open, and I always wear a mask.
Yeah,
we're being pretty stupid in Idaho too, Bernie.
Pardon me?
I said we're being pretty stupid in Idaho too.
Are you?
Yeah, it's ridiculous, and of course it's exploding. It's so no surprise.
I mean, in the UK at the moment, we're having. I know, bearing in mind in the UK, we've got population of 68 million. We have actually got. I think we're having just over 1,000 deaths a day at the moment.
Oh my!
Yeah.
Okay.
And around about 60,000 cases a day, new cases.
270,000 in the U.S. I thought I read the other day. I mean, it's insane. It's just insanity. 2,000 to 3,000 people a day in the U.S. are dying from COVID.
Yeah, but you think, there is a lot, Marcus, but you think of how many people in the States and how many people in the UK. We've got 68 million. What's the population of the States?
I don't know. 300 million, right? I think. Isn't that right, Bernie? About 300 million, I think.
150, something like that. 200?
No, I'm going to tell you here in a second.
Google.
Yeah, Google it.
We can't be guessing. We need.
It's
Brian,
just going to voted.
331 million people in the U.S.
Woo, that's lovely.
Okay.
So if you put that into perspective, so what's that?
England's got more than, isn't it?
I'm going to change one letter in my search, and I'm going to tell you. I changed it from UK to US or US. To UK.
Really going back the shot this week. They're on channel.
68 million.
What about Stevie? Where exactly are you, Stevie? Are you actually I think you're in the UK. I think.
Oh, right.
But she'll tell me, but you can just say the county. You don't have to say the town if you're in the UK, because But Kim says he's become a film director. Well, that's not a film director. Bernie's going to come with a cap on too. Near Glasgow. Oh, that's right.
I do have kind of a funny story, though. It goes back a bit if you guys want to hear it. And I've been doing this freelance droning stuff, and I know that your time is limited with some of the batteries. Back in the day, we'd get 8 minutes from takeoff to land. You got to get your shot and kind of do it fluently. And when we started getting our Mavics and our Phantoms that had like 15-20 minute flight times, it's like, wow, you got time to lollygag and like take 2, take 3, and so on like this. But I was chasing some motorcycles, and the motorcycles are kind of loud at this one place, and so you're kind of yelling. And so when you yell, to be heard, to orchestrate stuff, you look like you're kind of in charge. Like, I want you to do this. You go in the back because you're too fast. When you go in the front, you're just going to go too fast. Everybody's going to try and catch up. If I put you in the back, we're together. Stuff like this. And one of the other photographers over there said, "Are you do this professionally?" He said, "No." And I said, "Why?" And he said, "Well, you look like you did by ordering stuff around." I said, "Well, if I didn't, I wouldn't get anything."
No,
So anyway, but that's funny. But you know what? Someone just said something that they have an interesting, or they took some footage from their backyard. Is it?
Yeah, Stevie Spires, yeah.
Yes, Stevie.
Yeah, post it. We want to see.
Steve's up in Scotland.
All right, and maybe just for fun, if for those that can fly in their backyard, do something, even if it's just go straight up. But I have the ability to go around my house from the backyard, and I've done it before.
Yeah,
with a different route.
You see, my house is a terraced house, so I've got like houses. There's a row of 4 houses. If you imagine a block of 4 houses, and I sort of live like in the middle of them. So,
can you call your neighbors and say, "Can I fly over your backyard for a minute?" I'm going to pass by and back.
Oh, I'll tell you, one of them probably agreed. The other one certainly wouldn't. I know my neighbours very well.
Oh, you do? Can you fly over your neighbor's yard without any fines?
Well, I mean, if I had a small enough drone, it'd be okay because I can fly up to. There's no horizontal sort of gap.
Okay.
So if I had a Mavic, so I keep a Mavic Mini. Yeah.
Oh no!
If I had a Mini 2, I'd be all right. Right. Anyway, yes.
So we're going to postpone any kind of challenge for right now, just because of COVID compilation.
No, I mean people want.
But it's a good idea.
Yes,
certainly.
We
Right.
can do it later.
Moving on, it's that time of the day, isn't it, Terry? It's
I
that
make
time
a
of
motion. We table that idea.
Yeah, okay. All right. Make us laugh, Terry. Make us laugh.
I will.
In this day and age, it's 53 minutes into the show, and here it is once again.
And now it's time for Terry's Joke of the Week.
No, I probably think you've heard this one, but I was researching it the other day, and it's to do with flying carcasses. And I've got a great interest in the speed that a chicken will fly out of a gun. So I did look it up on Wikipedia. I took Marcus's challenge there and looked it up on Wikipedia and came up with this. The scientists at NASA built a device to launch dead chickens at windshields of airliners, military jets, and a space shuttle to test the the strength of the glass and the different type of windshields. And they wanted to simulate collisions with airborne fowl to test the strength of the windshields. Like British engineers heard about this and were eager to test it on the windshields of their new high-speed trains. Now, arrangements were made and a device was sent to the British engineers. When the device was fired, the British engineers were shocked. The chicken hurled out of the barrel, crashed into the shatterproof shield, smashed it to smithereens, blasted through the control console, snapped the engineer's backrest in two, and embedded itself in the back wall of the cabin. Imagine the consternation when they saw that. They must have thought, what is going on? Anyway, the horrified Brits sent NASA the disastrous results of the experiment, along with the design of the windshield, and begged the US scientists for suggestions. NASA typically replied with a one-line memo: defrost the chicken.
Terry's Joke of the Week.
How was that?
They're getting worse, aren't they, his jokes?
Oh, they are, aren't they? I'm trying to wiggle myself out of
it. Listen, folks in the chat, that joke had to be worth something. Give us a thumbs up down below there.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. We need a thumbs up. No thumbs
They
up.
probably will charge it off.
I've actually asked YouTube to remove the thumbs down and get fed up with seeing that.
Oh, I got one. I liked it.
I like it.
There we go. You got one.
Yeah, I'll give it a thumbs up just now as well.
Oh, thank you, Jackie.
Actually, who is that, Jackie? Jackie, we've got someone here
Oh.
who says,
Yeah, well, I haven't got Facebook. Hold on, let me grab it. Let's have a look.
See, that's become your job.
see,
I'm
Brian,
doing it.
Brian's saying.
Thank you. Thank you.
Brian's saying he's actually got he's got a castle ruin right out in front of his house. So
It's nice, isn't it?
Brian's not moved to Scotland.
What, did he throw the chickens at it?
Marius liked it.
Thanks,
Marius,
Marius.
Marius, I believe.
Judy.
Oh,
where
it's
are you, Marius?
Richard Harkness.
Where's Richard?
He's the
Oh,
Facebook
Richard.
user.
Oh, Richard.
From America. He lives on a golf course, doesn't he?
Oh, yeah, we get some good ones from Richard.
Yeah.
I gave
All
him
right,
a thumbs up. Yeah, before you leave tonight, while you're here, there's 21 people in the room. If you hit the old the like button, then we'll know where you are. Whether you like us or not. Never. You don't have to.
I think I already did before I start. I'm afraid to touch anything on my phone. I don't want it to go like, oh, you have to reopen the, the app. Where's it going to go? So I'll if I haven't done it, I'll do it.
You what, Marcus?
Well, I was going to say, I thought the thumbs up was at 17, and then we lost one.
What? How do you take? Really?
You want to scare them off?
Well, don't you, if you click it again, if you click it again, it unlikes, isn't it?
I believe
everybody. No.
Yeah, no, don't double click.
Yeah, that makes zero. One is good, two is not, three is good.
We've actually got 22 people now, so there should be 22 likes. Is that right, Marcus? How many likes?
No, it just went down to 15. We're losing
No
them.
way.
Oh
We're
no!
losing them.
Pressing buttons, everyone.
Stop doing the joke of the week.
Oh, Terry.
There's 19 in the room now, Steve, that I see.
Oh, I'll have to stop.
Yeah, it is after one. Well, everybody have a great week. Everybody have a great week. Do you stay later than one?
Huh?
Are you guys?
2 minutes left. We go by the little clock in the top left-hand corner.
Okay, it's one of
Yeah.
it's 103.
It's actually 21:03. Actually, I make it, but there we are.
Yeah, it is, but
We
we've only
started
been
late.
live
Oh, we
for
started late.
58 minutes and
Yeah,
42
58,
seconds.
45. Yeah, you're right, Marcus. Yeah, we started late because we were.
Because I meant.
Yeah. Yeah, Jackie was late. Was it 4:03? Is that AM?
So you're right, Dee. I mean, I understand that, but we're just going by the time we've been live.
Yeah, that's right.
We've got to give our viewers a full hour, haven't we?
Yeah, of course.
We owe it to our viewers.
Absolutely.
Jeannie's going out to fly now because it's sunny. Well, Jeannie.
Yeah, all right.
Hey, Jeannie, bye, Jeannie.
Don't rub it in. PM. I know.
She's going to post something really nice. It'll look really nice.
So Jeannie's going to set an example of how to fly and take a picture thinking, what the hell is it?
Oh, Anthony's late.
Sorry, missed it. Terry, you got to tell that joke again.
You missed the joke. You didn't miss too much, Anthony.
Oh, thank you. I researched that all week.
Should we just tell Anthony the punchline and he will the rest by himself?
Yeah. He lost the chicken.
Yeah, he lost the chicken. That's it. That's all you need to know.
That joke was on target.
Oh, yeah. It was a smashing success.
Oh, nice.
The sun is going down in Virginia. Time to go fly. Enjoy. There we are. Yes. So Marius is in South Africa. And it's now 10 past 11.
An hour in front of us, Jackie.
It's an hour in front of you, 2 hours in front of me. Wow. Yeah. That's not too bad, actually, South. It's only 11 o'clock. We've got to get up in the morning. But anyway, well, I suppose I do have to say thank Steve Essex. I'm not sure he's still on for doing some wonderful work for us, and as usual. And,
stay tuned, everyone, for the outro.
Yes. So let us know what you think of our new outro. I hope it works. And anyway, so until next week.
Good night.
It's good night for me. Good night for them.
Good night, everybody. Be safe.
Be safe. Take care. Bye-bye.
joining us tonight on the Drone Seekers Sunday Show. It's good night from us until next time. Stay safe and fly safe.